Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
Here's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cohen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Go! 180! Here we go, here we go!
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Completion left side to Miller. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look, 6 DBs.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Again, it's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away.
The Packers take over. Get ready, get ready, get ready. At their own 15-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones, and he stopped immediately there. Ha-ha Clinton Dix, of course, a former Green Bay Packer, there on the stop.
At the 16-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Go! Go!
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
258! I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the pass.
From the 40 now on second down. Rodgers, he sets up the screen to Jones. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59.
On third down, Rodgers, and he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That sack by Khalil Mack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike 50. Mike 50.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Mike 50. Let's go, defense.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 40 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. No score after one on EA Sports. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Check, go back. We got motion. Back up. Mike,
From the shotgun is Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack, his 2nd sack of the night.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
check 24. Check. Check 59, Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the 3rd down conversion.
1st down.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Check 13. Check 13. Jump out. Wide left. Hey, 88.
Now Rodgers. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. The 20. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. Cordero Patterson. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson taking it in as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Fights through and now a crease. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And a terrific return as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 12-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
They run. This is Cohen. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Adam Shaheen, 43 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half.
Joker. Yeah, Liz. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
From the 31, Rodgers finding Bourne here over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Green Bay.
Mike. Green 18.
In your face.
Green 18 up.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Well, this, of course, the 100th season of NFL football, and 17 matchups with historical significance have been picked throughout the season. And this is the first of them, Bears and Packers, the NFL's oldest rivalry dating way back to 1921, with the Packers having the all-time edge 96, 94, and 6 ties.
Check safety.
Rodgers will try again on second down. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Jump out. 58, Mike. Let's go.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on third down. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up fourth down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken around the 12. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be first and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
A nice pickup on first down, 7 yards.
Mike's 50. Watch the slant.
On second down, it's Cohen. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Caught out left side by Robinson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Taylor Gabriel. Kevin King there defensively.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, take 26.
The final shot before half for Rodgers. And this is incomplete. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over first down 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Bravo.
59 Mike.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Mike, check, 59.
To throw on third down. Rodgers. And able to find Graham. Complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Watch the screen.
Rodgers now on first down. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, 56 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will get him one closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kyler Fackrell. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Burton. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first.
That's good for the Bears.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Trubisky now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far, 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. That sack came from the corner. On the corner blitz, it was Josh Jackson. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
To Gabriel, middle of the field. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. It was Matthew Adams who got him down on the defensive side.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 26 yards as the Bears push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 79 yards. And the Packers get a score closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Now Cohen, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Man.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. The end result, 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. That's complete right side to Gabriel. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Trubisky to throw again. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as the Bears push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
All right. Get on.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers, pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now Rodgers throwing on 3rd and long. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Alert.
Now it's Trubisky. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now.
59. Hey, Alpha. There it comes.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And he slings one that's incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
To throw is Rodgers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
Check, 59. Drop deep.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
The left side throw complete to Adams. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Hey, Delta.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Mike, we didn't get us.
And again, it's Rodgers. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, they tried to swing it on left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, orbit.
Mike spot 9. Mike spot 9. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
26. Hey, Stu.
59.
Rodgers again now. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
59.
Back north.
59.
Jim.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Packers. Kendrick Bourne, 48 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Cohen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. A give to Cohen. He heads right. And he spins through. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Get up! 180! 51! Hey, we got to get this stop here.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by Blake Martinez. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
This is Cohen. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 yards there, first down.
Kenny Clark in on the stop. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them